What's going on YouTube? It's Silva Armory. I'm your host James Silva, as always. And today we're talking about calories and how many calories you should be eating. Now to find that out, we need to find out what your resting metabolic rate is. And what your resting metabolic rate means is how many calories your body needs to sustain what you're at right now. If you don't want to gain any weight or lose any weight, your resting metabolic rate is right there. And also, your resting metabolic rate is how many calories you're burning doing absolutely nothing. If you were just to sit down at home, oh, that light's twitching. Alright, if you were just going to sit down at home, sit on the couch, or lay down in bed all day, this is what your resting metabolic rate is. So, first of all, we have the chart here separated into two sections. We have men and women. And we're going to go over the men's side. Now, for this example here, we're going to actually say that the male wants to gain more muscle, gain weight. And to do so, I'm actually going to use me as an example so we can plug it in. So we have, first off, we have our base calories, which is 66 calories. Then we have our weight in pounds times 6.3. Now, I already did a little bit of the work ahead of time, so that way it's a little bit faster here. But so 6.3 times 200 pounds is 1260. Then we have our height. So my height is 5'10 times 12.7. And that comes out to 889. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually add up 66 plus the 1260 plus the 889, and that gives us 2213. And then from there, we're going to actually use the next thing, which is our age. And my age, I'm 30 now, so 30 times 6.8, and that comes out to 204. And why age is a factor here is age actually slows down your metabolism as you get older. The older you are, the slower your metabolism goes. So basically this is going to be used to be subtracting from our metabolism. So from 2213 minus 204, we're going to get our resting metabolic rate of 2011. Now this is honestly, truthfully, this is an estimation. This is something I just pulled off online. There's other calculators you can find online that are a little bit different. Some of them use the metric system. Some of them. The most accurate way you're probably going to find out your own RMR is actually called the body gem test, which is a machine that you actually breathe into, and it measures in how much your oxygen consumption is. And based on that, it'll tell you how much you're burning throughout the day doing absolutely nothing. Now, we don't have a body gem to just give people to take the test. So doing this, we're actually going to just figure out what our estimated amount of calories is. So our RMR is 2011. Now what that means is that if I eat 2,000 calories a day, I won't gain any weight. I won't even lose any weight. But that's also saying that if I didn't have any kind of activity, if I do any kind of activity, which we have right here, we have sedentary, moderate, and extreme. Okay, and there's things in between like athletic and not so much sedentary, but a little bit more than sedentary and a little bit less than moderate. So with those here, with the multipliers, for extreme we have a 1.9 multiplier, for moderate it's a 1.4 modifier, and for sedentary it's 1.2. So, like I said, this is if I wanted to gain weight. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to find out how active I am. And I'm probably falling in the range of moderate. I work out 5 days a week. I have a very active lifestyle, but I'm not an athlete by any means. And that's what extreme or athletic ranges actually fall under is, am I a pro athlete? Am I literally doing hard labor every day on my body? Am I physically demanding a lot out of my body to get to a 1.9 modifier? And truth is, I don't. I work out 5 days a week, and I train a couple clients at my studio here, but none of that is actually demanding extreme amounts of exertion out of my body. So we're going to do the 2011 times the 1.4. And that comes out to 2,815. And then for the 2,815, I still want to gain more muscle mass because this is actually just now feeding my activity level. But I want to gain more size. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're just going to add 200 calories on top of that. So we're going to plus 200, and we're going to get 3,015. So 3,015 calories is how much I should be eating if I want to gain more lean mass. Now, truthfully, if this is, just say a couple weeks from now, if I'm eating the same exact amount and I don't see the muscle size like I wanted to, or if I don't see changes in my body the way I want to, what I could do is I could always change how much am I plussing. I could do plus 300. After about plus 300, if you start going a little bit higher, it starts turning into what's called a dirty bulk. And a dirty bulk is I'll gain fat included with the muscle, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I know some people would just rather bulk up and then just spend their time trimming down once they already have that mass, but then at the same time you end up losing a lot of the muscle that you gained during that period. Alright, so this is for gaining weight. We're going to go into losing weight using the example for the women. And that's not necessarily the only way. I mean, some men want to lose weight too, and some women want to gain weight. It's not necessarily just the way I'm showing you right now. This is just an example. But for women, we'll use Davina as an example. Now, Davina, first of all, the base calories is 655, which is actually a lot higher than the men's side. But the multipliers are a lot lower. So for women, the weight in pounds times 4.3. Now, Davina's going to 140. And we're going to say 4.3 times 140, where did I write that down? That's 602. And then her height, how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". So 5'3 times 4.7 comes into 296. Alright, so now we have the 655 plus the 602 plus the 296. That comes to 1553. And then her age, she is 24 at the moment of this video. She's 24. And that gives us minus 112.8, okay? Just, we'll say 113 to make it easy. Alright, so 1553 minus the 113, her RMR is 1440. Now, we're going to say that she wants to lose weight. So, since we're losing weight, first of all, we still have to get our activity level modifier here. So, let's just say she's sedentary. Her job isn't physically demanding. She works out, but not so often. And I'm just saying that. It's not really true before she kills me here. Alright? But, so we're just saying for this example, she's sedentary. So, 1440 times 1.2, that comes out to 1728, which is technically really high for a woman, but we want to actually lose weight. This is just if she wants to stay still. This is if she doesn't want to gain any more weight, she wants to just stay still. So she wants to lose weight. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go minus 200. Alright? So that means she should be dieting around 1,528 calories, roughly around a little bit over 1,500. Now that we know that, what we want to do on both of these is we want to separate a meal plan based on 5 or 6 small meals a day based on these numbers. So if I was just to take easily 3,015 calories, divided into 6 meals, I should be having about 500 calories a meal. Now truthfully, some of them are going to be snacks, so they might be only like 200 or 300 calories, and that way I could eat like 600, 700, 800 calories on a meal, and then vice versa. You know, you want to shrink or expand how much you're eating and your calories based on that, but I never want to really surpass it. Well, if in the case of gaining weight, I wouldn't really mind surpassing it too much. Now, for this right here, for the female, we have 1528, divide that by 6 meals. Each meal should be about 255 calories, roughly. So, based on 255 calories, again, if you have a small snack, like a 100-calorie snack, you could take the remaining amount of that calories and put it into your breakfast or your lunch. Now, we're not going to go over too much on actual nutrition and diet plans. I'll actually include that in another video, so I don't make this video too long. Alright, now, the thing is, another point about the RMR is that you should never really fall under, especially for women, this happens a lot for women, but if you do this whole equation and you get to under 1,200 on your RMR, your baseline should always be 1,200. It's actually very unhealthy to eat under 1,200 calories and you should really try to maintain the 1200. Now, another problem that happens with diets in general is that you see that, oh, I could eat 1440, and you'll eat it in like one meal. Or I'm sorry, not 1440, 1528. You'll eat it in like one meal, and what ends up happening there is that your body doesn't necessarily process it all, and you end up storing the majority of it as fat. And if you're only eating 1 or 2 meals a day, what ends up happening is you start taking your body into what's called starvation mode. And when that happens, your body actually slows down the metabolism for how much activity you're doing. So you'll start to feel more sluggish throughout the day and not really feel so productive. Also, the same effect will happen is if you're starting to eat under your RMR. So we know that the RMR for Davina here is 1440. So if she starts to eat, say, 1,200 calories or 1,300 calories, which isn't really quite up to our baseline, what ends up happening is her body's going to start noticing, hey, we don't have that extra 100 to 200 calories that we're supposed to have to use to keep our body sustained. So now we're going to slow down. We're going to just slow everything down inside the body to make sure we can function with the amount of limited resource that we're having. So it'll actually slow down your metabolism again if you do that. So now that we know what our RMR is and what our base amount of calories that we're supposed to be eating is, what we want to do is understand this formula right here. 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. So that being said, we're already having a negative 200 based on our diet. And then also, what you want to do is you want to burn minimum about 300 calories per workout. So if you're burning 300 calories per workout plus the 200 minus a day, you're losing 500 calories a day. And then that takes 7 days, you'll lose 1 pound of fat, like pure fat off your body. We're not including water weight, we're not including everything else that happens in your body throughout the workout. And we're not even including the fact that your metabolism will start to kick up higher once you start a regular workout routine, because the more lean muscle your body has, the faster your metabolism runs. And that's what we really want. We want a faster metabolism. Everybody wants a faster metabolism. It keeps you healthy, it keeps you burning fat, and it keeps you just working at an optimal range. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys have any other kind of questions, comments, or feedback about the chart, or as well as about any of my other videos, just leave it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to hear any kind of feedback that you guys have. Also, if you guys want to see any other kind of workouts or any other kind of information about working out or getting in shape, just leave it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to make another video just for you. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos going on. There's some crazy stuff that goes on down there. As well as don't forget to hit our subscribe button right over there. That subscribe button is asking for you just to press it. It's a big red button. Press the red button, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Good luck.